All right, so here we are in East Auckland with the Flysurfer crew. We're about to have a little bit of a laugh with a new toy, the Sonic 5 from Flysurfer. I'm going to try to go through my launching for the very first time, my flying for the very first time, and hopefully not putting it in a tree for the very first time. All right, let's look at this. It comes in this funky long bag here. Oh, lots of straps. All right. So before I bring the kite down the beach, I'm going to put my lines out. Looking for a nice area without anything behind it and without too much debris. And I'll just walk out the lines as I usually would. So, one slight difference is when you're setting it up, you're setting the bar up in front of the kite. I usually set mine up behind with a inflatable, so that's one thing when you're setting up to make note of. All right, so I've got my kite. I've already put my lines out. This is Luke from Flysurfer here to help me out. I want to make sure that I'm completely ready, bag in the car, set up, harness on, lines ready before I even put the kite down. So that's what I'm just doing right now. All right, so it's quite a mess if you've never seen it before. And it's folded over in half, like so. Oh.
So I just go, so there's the lines there, so I
yep. Okay. So we're going upwind of where I put the lines out.
Holding that over.
Folding over the upward wind side. You can see on the kite, for those, the front side is going to be the blue, the back side is the yellow. Then we're going to try to keep all the lines nicely and neatly in the middle. He's done a nice, good sized pile over here. And he's opened up the bridle lines and shaked them out. What we're looking for is just to make sure that there's no loose in the connections. Oh, do you start from the downwind side?
You can, or it doesn't really matter.
Yep.
Start with find the A's.
Yeah, top ones.
When it's new, it's gonna, and then it should just cascade. So you got your B's, your C's, and your brakes, and they're all clear.
Okay.
At that point, just put it down, or you can connect it straight away.
So the wind is coming from this direction, so we've laid it down perpendicular, so the wind's just blowing straight over it, and we're just doing the lines. The steering lines are on the lower side of the kite, and the middle lines, center front lines, are on the leading edge, so to speak.
So the A's are color coded.
Yep.
They're different colors. So the B's and the C's are red, and the brakes are orange.
Okay.
So you're looking for the orange, the A's, and it's got A written right there.
All right, so that's a great tip.
A, B, C, and Z. Z for brakes.
Okay.
Right.
And brake is the steering line?
Yeah, brakes is the steering line. And you always put Zs because you can end up with just A's, B's, Z's, and in our case we don't even have brakes.
notice the knots on them are super tiny. So I just remembered one quick thing to check. Always make sure when you're starting off that this is all tucked in and closed off. That's for deflating the kite afterwards. So Luke is showing me just a little trick for first time flyers. Is he's holding up the kite a little bit for me to help it inflate, to just get it going. And now I'm gonna go and launch the kite with it slightly inflated. The wind is dropped off right now. Just waiting, trying to get that last wingtip to rise up. Oh, there we go. Can't quite get that last wingtip. There it is. All right. There we go. It's only about 14 to 15 knots in the lulls, if not less. But it might be gusting up to 18, so just food for thought. Thanks, Luke. All right, we're all good now. We're airborne. I'll get my surfer on. Oh, back stalling. I'm gonna just try to keep my eyes on the kite. Oh, it's super gusty in here. The wind has changed direction on me. Oh, that's no good. Very nice the way that it gets itself back up. Trying to turn my surfer on. Might have to do that later. Ooh. I accidentally jumped myself there for the first time before I even started riding. Woo. There we go. Crazy amount of power for so little wind, and we're off. I can't turn my surfer on. No, I should have recorded it. That was my first transition, and everything I did too early. I moved my body before I moved the kite, so I gotta remember back to when I started kiting. Focus on the kite first, and then move the body. These, obviously I'm on a 15-meter kite, so everything is very slow. The timing is so different. All right, let's try to do a bit better this time with another transition. I'm gonna bring the kite up and over a little bit quicker. There we go. That was a lot smoother. I didn't sheet the bar all the way in either. I pulled my hand further out to get the kite to turn faster. My natural instinct is to hold the bar in here, but I'm finding the kite more responsive if I move my hands out. That's just much better. And I don't sheet all the way in. Oh yeah, that's so much more power when you don't choke the kite as much. Right now, I still haven't jumped. I'm just trying to get a feel for the kite. Oh yeah, that was way smoother. All right. the actual just flying, and I'm in really on-off wind, but the flying of the actual kite is real easy. Just gotta pay attention to, obviously, how it moves more. I've noticed when you tack, when it goes over 12, it's gonna create lift. So you gotta be ready for that. I lifted myself up off of the water a couple of times. And I seem, when I'm riding, I tend to get the most power just about here. I have to let it out just a little bit to catch the power. The wind is very on and off, so it's not making it easy. So I haven't jumped yet still because I'm just trying to get upwind. Unfortunately, the wind is so light, I'm just slowly making my way further and further downwind. So understanding how much wind you're going to be able to fly and ride upwind is a key thing that is going to take, I think, a bit more understanding. So this is one of our favorite spots in this direction. You can see it's an offshore spot, and we start a few hundred meters upwind. Because I can't consistently get upwind yet, I'm too afraid to go on the downwind side. So I'm gonna walk back up a little ways. You can see these guys are getting some lift now, but I don't want to be stuck going obviously out into the harbor until I know I can get upwind. Back up a little bit. Hopefully it stays up now. I really want to do some jumps. The main thing I want to know before I try to jump is, can I get upwind? And if I fuck up and put the kite in the water, where am I going to go? So that's why I want to get back upwind a little bit, so that worst comes to worst, I'm dragged back onto the land. All right. Oh yeah, the wind's good at this moment. I've just gone 100 meters upwind in a single tack. Amazing. This is awesome. I'm really curious to know how strong the wind is, because I feel pretty stacked, and it can't be more than 15 to 18 knots. You won't be able to tell, obviously, from the camera, but I'm about, I don't know, 200 or 300 meters, and I've only tacked 3 times just to get back upwind now. So I think I'm good enough upwind to try some jumps on the way back out. And here we are back to where I started. I've never got back up here so fast. I still haven't, since I've launched and got the kite sorted, I've not had the wingtips fold in yet, knock on wood. From what I understand, this newer version of the kite is so much better balanced for holding its shape and relaunching and things like that, but I obviously can't say because I've not used any of the other ones. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can do a jump now. Okay, so I went way too early. Way too early. The kite was still out in front of me. Let's try that again. All right, let's try a jump now. First jump, first jump. Whoa! There we go. Not a lot, but nice and controlled. And that was fucking 8 meters on Surfer. That's crazy. That's crazy. Alright, I'm ready to do a third jump. I'm just waiting for the wind to pick up. You'll notice I'm not heli looping it yet. I'm just trying to get the feel of the movement through the air. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Nice. There you go, third jump, heli loop. And that was only 5 meters. And what was that? 6 seconds of hang time. Trying to load up the power. Find a gust. Very choppy. Whoop. Oh, there's a heli loop. Almost lost it there. Oh shit. Oh shit. I went way in front of the kite. Definitely gonna take some practice, but man, it's fun. What's been amazing is I'm hardly landing anything, and I'm oversending, undersending, putting the kite in all the wrong positions, but I haven't folded the wingtips in yet. The kite is holding its shape, which I was really worried about. Alright, it's been about 45 minutes. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable. I haven't fucked the kite up yet. I'm gonna go and join the others behind the tree line there and try to catch some updrafts. So that was the bulk of my first session on the 15-meter Sonic 5. I came down here where you can see this drone footage to do some bigger jumps and some board offs and some more rotations once I was feeling a bit more confident with the kite. And overall it was just, yeah, a great session, and I managed to make it all the way back up to the launch and landing area with no issues. However, after I put the kite down, a nasty gust changed direction and blew the kite over the lines, and I ended up with a big mess. So in the next video I'm going to post, I am going to do a quick edit coming up with Luke from Flysurfer as he shows me how to untangle the foil kite from the giant mess that I'd created. So be sure to check out that coming up. And as always, follow me on Instagram to keep up with all my foil adventures, as I will be posting way more content as I improve there. Until next time, goodbye.